Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of your show, The Untold. I'm your host, Fatma Awadi, and as you can tell, we are missing our dear host, Daij Al Hotiri, but we hope he gets well soon and we will see him on other episodes. So today we have our dear guest, Hussain Hakimddin. He is a content creator and he will tell us all about his profession and career. We can't wait to ask him many questions, so stay tuned with us for this episode. Hello, everyone, and we are here with our dear guest, Hussein. Welcome, Hussein.
Thank you very much, Fatma, for invitation.
Thank you
I'm
very
glad to be here.
Thank you for being with us, and we can't wait to start with the questions. You consider Kuwait being your home away from home.
Yes.
And we want you to, and also for your family, for generations, of course.
Right.
Can you please elaborate more on your experience as an expat living in Kuwait?
My life, I have been in Kuwait. I was born in Kuwait. I'm brought up in Kuwait. And the same thing with my mother also, my grandfather also.
MashaAllah.
He was all this life in Kuwait. And the same thing happens with all my parents, who are my parents and his brothers, sisters. We are all living in this country for so many years. And I'm so very well connected with this country. I have so much to say. I have so much to share. And this has been my home away from home because not just me living in this country, but living with family. As all the people I know and around me are living here and they're happy about being in Kuwait.
MashaAllah. And your family's deep connection to Kuwait, of course, it has shaped you somehow. How did your cultural heritage blend with Kuwaiti heritage, or your culture with the Kuwaiti culture?
Okay, if you go back so many years, Indians have been living in Kuwait since so long, since so many years, and they are all living in harmony. India has been a very important part of Kuwait. The workforce, if you see, the people who have been living here, and one good thing about, if you talk about culture, I come from a Muslim family, and there is no better place, or it's a very good place. It's always good to be in a Muslim country, being a Muslim. Because I'm in travel and tourism industry, by the way. So when I go to different countries, I see that whenever you see a Muslim person around you or with you, or you go to a Muslim restaurant, it always feels more secure, more safe. So being in Kuwait is very much comfortable, and being in a safe country because people are all among you. You feel you are in the same religion, and it always makes you feel comfortable. So that is one reason that the culture, the tradition stays with us, even if we are all our life in Kuwait. You don't forget India when you are in Kuwait, and you don't forget Kuwait when you are in India. It's always on your mind.
That's beautiful.
So that is something, it keeps me connected, and the culture is always there, alive.
And while you were speaking, I just remembered before we started the episode.
Right.
You talked about how you chose to be in travel and tourism ever since you were 16, maybe?
Yeah.
Which is amazing, because I don't remember I had that train of thought when I was 16. I think, after graduation, I found out what I wanted to do.
Yes.
But tell us about your family background. Did it play a role in you choosing travel and tourism because you're from two different cultures?
No, my family background had nothing to do with the field that I choose. My grandfather was in foodstuff business. He used to sell foodstuff in Kuwait, and also my father had the same business. He was running a bakala. So there was nothing related to travel and tourism related to that time. But the one good thing that my parents allowed me to do is they never forced me to do something they wanted me to do. It was nothing. They always give me a freedom of choice. Whatever I want to do, I can go ahead with it. He never had any objections that, okay, you should be doing this only, or you should focus on this, science or commerce or something. To do something in life, or to get something where you want to be, you always have to do what you want to do, and that will only keep you going. So in 10th standard only, when people were not familiar with much with travel and tourism, I don't know how it came in my mind. Maybe I was reading geography too much, but it suddenly in 10th standard I feel like I should go into the hospitality field, how airlines work, what happens behind the scene in hotels. So I had this thing in my mind. So that was the time in 10th grade when the other classmates were studying for boards. I started to take courses for travel and tourism industry. I managed to pass, not with very good grades of course, but yes, I started to do something that I always wanted to do. And since that day, alhamdulillah, till now, almost 18 years passed, I have not changed my field, and I want to stick to the same field in my next career growth also.
That's beautiful. And
Yeah.
it's amazing how your families supported your choice because,
Exactly.
and don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that your family is understanding. It's just that when it comes to the culture of the Arabs and the Indians, usually the family plays a very big role in
Exactly.
letting their children choosing
Right.
what they always have to tell them, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a dentist, you have to be a lawyer, or you have to do whatever we did for
Right.
all these years. You rarely see back in the day, or let's say 18 years ago, people who encourage their children to choose whatever
Exactly.
they want. So how did they support you in your journey?
My mother and my father were always there for me in my earlier years. I lost my father in 2015.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, and when he was there, he was always there for me. I started earning just after school. I did not wanted to get going in studies, so I started to work just after school because of many financial reasons. And during that time also, I still know that my father was working very late, and I was not bringing in too much money or something because I just started. But he never asked me for any kind of financial support or something. I know he is going through something, but he never, because he did not want me to be pressurized or go into a loop of problems and all these things. So he always encouraged me to keep going and getting better, because I had to do some more courses about this thing, about the travel and tourism
Travel,
field,
yes.
and to learn more about it. So he always wanted me to use that money for that purpose and not only this. And alhamdulillah, mother is always there for you as an emotional and financial support. My father was there, so they were always there for me. And I want to bring very very important point to you here is that I studied in an Indian school which was located in Kuwait. So luckily I was invited by the school. I was invited by the school to give a speech in front of 200 students. Now I was this guy who is very uncomfortable, not confident, but I gained this confidence about the social media thing that I started. So when I was in the school, he wanted me to tell the students the same message which you just mentioned now, that usually parents, they want their kids to do what they want, but they're not allowing the kids to do whatever field they want to start or do things. So the principal himself had this thing in mind and wanted me to pass this message to all the students, is that not just think about going into the engineering or doctor, don't just think about that. What you love to do, you do it, because at certain stage of time, after going through tough times, which is always going to be there in everybody's life, so you will be demotivated. There will be times that you want to give up. There will be times that you don't want to continue and change your career. So when you are doing what you love to do and you always wanted to do, you will find ways to go through that obstacles and still move and stay focused on what you want to do. So this is something that people achieve what they want to do achieve. They get the degrees, they get their best jobs, they have enough money, but inside they're not happy
There's no passion.
because they are not doing what they wanted to do. And then we find other things to do. Okay, I'm something which I love to do, I'm doing it as a side thing, that I go to this place every once a week because I love to do, but that has to be all the days of the week.
Right.
So that thing is very important.
It
So
is.
alhamdulillah, I got this chance to do what I wanted, and this is what is keeping me going. And my parents always were there for me about it.
And of course, with the parents' blessings, you continue this for life, and we're very grateful. And may his soul rest in peace. Your father, how he encouraged you, and all the good times that you tried to actually figure out
Yes.
if this is what you're going to do or not. Because I gotta tell you, I have a good friend of mine. She thought she had to be a doctor.
Okay.
You know, doctors, they study first
Yes.
for 7 years
Right.
first, but then they continue studying.
Correct.
She quit in the 6th year.
Oh.
She studied for 6 years and then she quit. She was like, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
So sometimes I agree with you. Sometimes you find yourself, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? You know?
Right.
And she changed and she became, whatever she wanted to study or become.
Yes.
Now, talking about social media.
Right.
Let's get into
My
the
favorite
social.
subject.
Yes. Social media is a big part of your life personally and
Yes.
also professionally. How did you get started with creating the content?
There is a very fine story to it. As I said, I was this shy kind of a guy. I did not want to face people. I never, in my 10 years of school life, from the second grade until the 12th, because I started my school in the second grade in Kuwait because of the war. I was born in 1990 March,
Okay.
and there was war in June.
Yes.
The invasion happened. So our family moved in August probably. So after 5 months of my birth, my family, they had to move to India. So I was there for 6-7 years until I come back, and I started my schooling in the second grade.
Yes.
So from the second grade until the 12th, 10 years, not even one single time I go on stage and read the news or read the prayers. Never. Because I was afraid. What will my classmates look at me and they'll laugh at me? They'll make fun of me, or they'll bully me, or I was not confident at all. One fine day, the teacher tells me, you have to go this time, you cannot ignore. And it was for a school prayer where 6 people were supposed to go on the stage. And I was this guy who was standing in the third line behind a tall guy, just to hide myself. So I was this kind of a person. But when COVID happened, and I'm in the travel and tourism field,
Yes.
okay, COVID times, travel and tourism field was one of the most affected areas.
Yes.
We had nothing to do. And that is the time I realized, why am I not doing something else also simultaneously?
Yes.
I love to do what I'm doing, but at least I should have something else. That time it did not click me because we are all in certain kind of dilemma, emotional
Of
pressure
course.
and all these things. But something that I wanted to start was talking about information. A lot of people were getting misunderstanding and wrong information through WhatsApp, which is very common. People get wrong information. You cannot do this, you cannot come back to Kuwait, you cannot leave Kuwait, there is this, there is that, and people were taking wrong steps on that. So being in the same field, I had the right information, what to give it to the people. So this was my first time when I decided to go on social media, because that was the only way to connect with people that time. So I go on social media.
You, the shy guy.
Yes, the shy
Yes.
guy. The shy guy who blinked 100 times in a 1 minute video. Because I was not confident. But still, I made up my mind, let me do it.
Yes.
Let me give the right information to the people. And that is the time I started. When I see that first video just after the post, I feel like, wow, I managed to do it. And I so nicely delivered this information to the people. And that's how people started knowing me. But when I see that video today, I archived it in my Instagram. I could not see it because it was too
It's
ugly.
different.
It's way too different. So yes.
That's another level of confidence.
Exactly.
Hussain.
So when I reach this stage now, I feel like that was not good. But at that time, I feel that was good. Today, while I'm talking to you, I feel so confident and I'm so comfortable and I feel I'm
Alhamdulillah.
doing good. But inshallah, after 10 years with more experience, I will feel I could have done it much better.
Of course.
So yes, so social media made me realize that this is a platform to be. And after COVID, immediately everything on social media boosted up a lot. So slowly giving information to the people coming back to me, it helped me professionally.
Okay, so we want to know and learn more about that, but how about we take a short break and get
Perfect.
back to you? So, dear viewers, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with Hussein. Welcome back, dear viewers. We are still here with Hussein. And Hussein, before the break, we were talking about social media.
Right.
Now, I want you to tell me, what are your goals for your content in social media? Where do you see it going in the future?
To be frank, social media is going to boom. It's already doing good. It's already doing well, but Kuwait needs a lot of more social media content creators, and this is going to give a lot of attention. The social media, the amount of attention you receive on social media is nowhere else,
Yes.
and that is the reason. Where there is attention, there is money.
Okay.
And when there is attention and money, there is always motivation. It gives you a reason to choose that as a career path.
Exactly,
So-
because it's a stable income.
Exactly.
It's like a third or second income that you have. Yes.
Exactly. And it's a very, very good platform to share your opinion, your views, because at certain time, like you have a slice of pizza, okay? You are very hungry, so you will enjoy the first slice. You will enjoy a little less on the second one, and you will not enjoy more the third and the fourth. That enjoyment will drop. So if you talk about money also, when you have the money that you need, it's not the only source of motivation.
Yes.
But social media is a place where any day, every time you have an opinion or you want to share your thoughts with the people, there is this platform. And that will keep you motivated, because the opinions, the situations, they keep changing.
And is this what you are facing in your content creation on social media?
Yeah,
And what is the message behind your content?
the message behind my content is
So
very clear.
I'm sorry, you usually post about what?
About Kuwait.
Yes.
It's clearly mentioned in my biography also.
Yes.
Everything about Kuwait, and in less than 60 seconds.
Yes.
People don't have time and they want to know everything.
Yes, of course we know this, but I wanted you to say that for
Yes.
the viewers. Yes.
Exactly. So I want to highlight all the good things that Kuwait has.
Yes.
There is so many things that people don't know. People don't know about these things. And trust me, I was born in Kuwait and you're living all my life in Kuwait. Even I did not know about a lot of things until I started social media. So it gives me also a reason to explore more about this beautiful country. So that is why I want to convey this message to the people.
That's nice.
Every weekend, like, it's very common question. It's among everybody. Everybody's talking about it. When it's a weekend, Wednesday or Thursday, people decide where to go, what to eat.
What to eat, I understand. Yes, we always ask that question. Yes.
What to eat.
Yeah.
So this is the things that I make it easy for the people to choose, to go to places, try different things. Like if someone is living in Salmiya, they don't know something that is in Fahil, and Fahil people don't know something about Salmiya. So when I share information and things to do and places to eat about this country, people move from one place to another place.
Right.
It on a government level, it does not make a lot of difference to the government, but economically the businesses all get their share of business for something they are doing.
Right.
So if it's me alone, for example, now, or 10 other people, but if you talk about hundreds and thousands of content creators sharing about content and places to do, automatically it will boost the economy. You will not believe, I have been posting about Kuwait since last 1 year. Okay. And recently people started to visit Kuwait, stay here for 30 days, 35 days. There are people who come to me and they say, now when we are coming to Kuwait, we go to your profile, we see where to eat, what to do, and we make a plan for 30 days and we follow you.
Brilliant.
So-
So you gave them the
So
the agenda.
so this is what now people know what to do for these many days. So now people also know that 30 days is not enough. There is more days that we can stay and do more things in Kuwait.
Exactly.
And this is what my aim is, to show more and more to the people and explore more.
Now, also, when you create content, especially on social media, it's
Yeah.
different than on TV. Where or how do you balance showcasing the positive side, but also keeping or portraying realistic views for the content itself? For example, we're not going to go negative here, but there are things that have to be realistic. It's not always, rainbows and
Exactly.
butterflies and all. So how do you keep the positive side, also keep the realistic side? How do you
Exactly.
choose that?
Exactly. There is always good and bad. No human is born with only goodness, and no place is with only about the good things.
Yes.
There is always good and bad. But for example, if I have to give an example to it, is that there are so many good things in Kuwait or good places to go, but the bad side is there is no proper marketing.
Okay.
So social media is
Oh,
one.
I agree. Yes.
There is no proper marketing. If there is an event happening in Kuwait, there is marketing to a limited level. But if it was marketed well, people would know about it much before it's happening. After the thing is passed, oh really? Was it in Kuwait? Oh, this guy was in Kuwait. I don't know about it because it was not marketed well.
Yes.
So this is a simple example of the good side which is already there, but the bad side that it's not being shown to the people. So yes, this thing can, if it can be worked on well, it will have a very good impact as well.
I agree.
It will. It will.
And speaking of something that will have a very good impact, let's talk about your mango video.
Yes.
It went viral.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
I want you to tell me about the story behind, that specific video,
Yeah.
and what went through your mind when you saw it blowing up like that.
Yes.
How many views did it get?
I got very good risk requests, like thousands of DMs for this mango video.
Yes.
People asking me where it is.
Right.
And there was one other video which I did about, I was at Kuwait airport also.
Yes.
And I was talking to people about, I showed to the people in a very humor way how to look rich when you are not. So even if you are flying economy, you show as if you are flying first class,
Right.
People like to act a little bit superior when they're at the airport because there is this
Yes.
excitement level and all this. So I did this video and it crossed 7 million views.
Mashallah.
And I have a very good story behind it. I was traveling to the USA that time, and when I was leaving Kuwait airport, I just passed the immigration. I saw one guy who was average looking, and he was acting too smart. He was in economy queue only, but he was acting very rich and all. So something came in my mind. I thought, why not make a video about something like this?
Yeah, sarcasm, but
Yeah,
also, in a fun
exactly.
way, yeah.
So I did it, and I did my edit while I was flying Kuwait to Dubai, and then I posted the video when I was in Dubai airport, and then I ghost because I don't stick to social media all the time when I'm with family.
Okay.
Just to maintain the balance.
Yes.
So when I was in the US for 10, 12 days, I was not checking I was posting on Instagram, but I was not checking the reach and the things and like this. When I come back to Kuwait and my friends start calling me, Hussain, what you did? Your followers are blowing up. It's going up. I said, what really? Then I see it. Okay, it's grown from 10 to 20 to 30 to 40. And that's how it happened. Regarding the mango video, it's already a viral thing in Dubai. It was going on very well. And I called up few places here who were planning to start selling it. And they said it's not available. I visited 3 times in that location until they said it's available or not. And one fine day, the guy calls me up that we got the stock if you want to come. I go there right away, drive fast and record the video and post it same time. And hundreds of messages people start sending, where do you find it? Where do you find it? So that did very well. And alhamdulillah, not just that video, but a lot of videos about Kuwait is doing well because people are knowing about new places to go, to eat, to see. And it's crossing good
Yes.
views now because, by the way, today only I reached my 60,000 mark on Instagram.
That's brilliant.
So, yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So did you find that the more spontaneous the video is, the higher the views are? I mean, if you sit down and you really think about a video and you take days to, create it, it's not going to reach as high as the spontaneous video that you just, I'm just going to do that.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
What's the secret behind that, do you?
So you tell me about yourself. How much time do you spend on Instagram or social media?
I spend a very big amount on Instagram because I too am a content creator.
Yes.
So I usually want to see the trends in my field, in English teaching, training. You know, not the trends all overall. I
Yes.
don't really care about that.
Yes, yes.
But that's why I spend a lot of time. Is this related to the content creating?
Yes, because when you are creating content, it's very common and it's so easy to be the consumer of content. And when we start consuming more, we start reducing, we reduce our producing of the content, because our most of the time goes in watching what other people are doing. And we always start thinking, okay, I've thought of this idea, maybe I could make it this idea even better by this video. Then you start scrolling more and more, you find even better. So what happens is you start producing content what other people are creating, rather than putting your own input. So I usually say that if you are into content creation, focus on your own ideas, and like you said, spontaneous. Go
Yes.
for it. When we think more and try to make it as nice as possible, as clean as possible, it doesn't go well. So when few of my videos I recorded, and it was just in normal areas in Kuwait. Okay, I just recorded with my phone, and I was planning to post it as a story only. But after I do the edit, I was like, let's me post it as a reel. I sleep in the night, I wake up in the morning, and 100 people are posting on their story, and that video crosses 500,000 views. So it's like you said,
Wow.
if the well edited video does not even cross 10,000, and the other videos they cross 1,000,000 views.
Yes.
So yes, it's very unpredictable.
It is, and
So you
what people want. And it's not like we want to be people pleasers, but we want people to know what we share.
What we share,
and
exactly.
the content that we create. So me actually trying to get more followers or more people engaged, you don't have to follow me. You just have to, you know, if you need, for example, for my content creation, teaching English, if you need to learn English, you just have to look at this video because it will help you. It's not about how many followers do you have, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You convey your message and you leave. That's it.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about, oh, my message was important for me, but it was not important for the other person.
Yes.
So you start feeling depressed.
Yeah.
This feeling will will bring you down.
I agree.
That's why there is so much negative also about social media, but there is so much positive also. It's about what you are.
Yes.
Producer
Yes.
or consumer.
Yes.
And according to that, it works out.
Yeah. So right now, Hussain, we want you to tell our dear viewers your secret or a last word or maybe a message that you want them to know.
Yes. I have a very important message, is that me, born and brought up in Kuwait, there is one regret I always have, is that not giving importance to the Arabic language. When you live in a country, whatever country it is, not only Kuwait, you are living in France, you learn French. You are living in Spain, you learn Spanish. Usually the two most important languages that I think it is English and Arabic. If you know these two languages, you can conquer any place. You can go to any place. So being in Kuwait, anyone who is living in Kuwait, working in Kuwait, either they want to come for a short time or a long period or live here forever, the one thing they should always focus is on learning the local language. This will connect you with the people and is definite. We all come here for career growth, right?
Yes.
And Arabic language, if you don't learn the language only of the local country, how do you
find opportunities?
opportunities?
Yes, yeah.
So if you know the local language, this is my message to everyone who is watching this video, that always give importance to the local language, whichever country you live in.
Thank you very much, Hussain, and thank you very much for the interview. It was really interesting.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of The Untold today, when we talked with our dear guest, Hussain Hakimddin. He was telling us all about his content creation and also his career in travel and tourism, and it was a very fruitful interview. Of course, we have a second part with Mr. Hussain because unfortunately we ran out of time, so we cannot wait to see him again on The Untold. So stay tuned.